I thought, through the first, 28 minutes of the game, we certainly weren't perfect, but I thought we were battling. And, offensively, we just, we've gone in too many droughts so far as I've watched. And then I watched in person tonight that we've got to be able to figure out how to get the basketball in the lane efficiently so that we can get to the free throw line, so that we can open up even better looks than we're getting from the 3-point line. And we got to make some layups. We've got to be able to finish in traffic. The physicality that we've talked about, or that's been talked about with our team, has really been about the defensive end. But there's physicality that you have to play with on the offensive end, and we didn't do that tonight. Give Michigan State a lot of credit. They're one of the best defensive teams in the country, and our guys felt that. First road environment, and we've got to learn from it quick. We got another road environment on Saturday against NC State, but give credit to Michigan State. They're a good team.
As you looked at your offense, in games you missed, in this game tonight, do you feel like you're getting the shots you want in terms of maybe at 3-point shots, or is it something?
No, I think we have to get cleaner looks. I think we have to get better looks, and obviously not every one of them, are the same. You're going to have some looks where you'll take it, and then you have some looks that because we couldn't execute well enough to get a better shot, we took one that probably a little bit lower percentage. I don't think it's out of selfishness. I think it's out of lack of execution, and that has to get better. Again, the toughness factor coming off of a cut. Michigan State's going to be really physical. Are you coming off shoulder to hip on the screen, or are you coming off 4 or 5 feet from the screen because they push you off of it? Our big guys have to do a much better job getting to their ball screen and getting out of it so that we can create some type of advantage, whether that's the guard going downhill and getting in the lane or the short roll. Again, Michigan State, give them a lot of credit. They don't get extended. They're a tough nut to crack, but we have to get better with the execution that'll allow us to get better shots. That'll up our percentage and then give us better opportunities to offensive rebound.
Times where there was Dre a little bit, and then it almost like half you had some guys who were getting in, a little bit in the lane, get past that first line. Did those guys have to create some stuff for other people when those things happened?
Well, with Dre, we tried to get him on the blocks a couple times in the first half, and again, it's an understanding that our team has to have. We call 2 specific plays. We post up Dre, and we just throw it back to the top without giving him an opportunity to put his defender on his back and get the ball. And I think if Dre gets it down there, there's very few 3 men that are as strong as him. And, El did a great job, last 8-10 minutes of the game of really getting in the lane, certainly shot it well. But we need that when it's a tight game. We need him to make those plays consistently. It's a little bit looser feeling when you're up, when you're down 17 points, getting in there and sort of making things happen. He's got a burst to him. He can score it. Hopefully this game gives him confidence, but we need him when he gets in the lane and nothing's there, not to charge over guys, to be stronger with the ball. And he will. He's 7 games into his college career at this level.
Obviously, they shot the ball really well. Was that their shooting? Did you guys leave some stuff? Did you leave them open? What do you think about the shots they were getting?
One of the guys we really wanted to key on was Gabe Brown. He's just a terrific catch and shoot guy. And I think, one time we left him in transition. And, they had a couple guys that hit some threes that quite honestly hadn't really shown that in the preseason. Pierre Brooks comes off the bench and, he wasn't even playing. And, AJ hasn't necessarily shot the ball well. He had a dagger corner in front of their bench. So you give them credit. They have some really good shooters. I told our team, we have to learn from the way they execute. They have a mission on the offensive end. They're tough. I know they, again, turned the ball over an amazing amount of times, but they also, for the most part, when they didn't turn it over, got the shot they wanted. We've got to learn
that. Today, I don't think any of your players probably have been in a hostile environment like that in probably 22 months.
Yeah.
Figure out. It had to feel good and bad, we'll be on the losing end.
It's as good of an environment as I've coached in. It's just, you add the fact that teams and programs haven't been in full arenas in however many months it's been, Eric, and then you add in Michigan State with Izzo, is well known, and it's a tough place to play. And I thought again, probably about the 12-minute mark on, for about 5 or 6 minutes, we weren't very good, and we got to learn from the environment, not getting rattled and be able to get good shots and not let it go the way that it did. We will.
Good place to come back, I guess, your first game. But,
Yeah.
That's, I mean, obviously, I'm sure it's good for you to be out there. You just like to see them execute.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was a challenge. We knew coming up here, Louisville hadn't won the history of our program here, and there's a reason for it. Those guys in green are really good, and we didn't play very well on the offensive end. Defensively, again, they shot the lights out. I'll have to go through and, I know there were some times not in transition that we didn't do a good job, and so we got to clean that up.
Are they just learning this? Is that it still, or is it just not being?
I don't know. Obviously, we've put some plays in since I've been gone. I think we've got a long enough play package. There's a few guys on the team that need to know our stuff better, and then there's a large majority of our guys that have to execute our stuff better. And when that happens, then we'll get the looks that we want, and we'll become a much better offensive team.
Obviously, we're not coaching it, but you're watching it. You guys had some strides to make just in terms of effort and giving that all the time at the very beginning. Defensively, you seem to short up some of that stuff with rebounding stuff. Can that happen early in the season where you plug this thing and then the offense might suffer a little bit to focus on that?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think that as a coach, you're always trying to figure out where you have to improve. We made a huge improvement in the Bahamas. I think we took a little bit of a step back against a really good team in their building. I don't want that to get lost. I mean, we get 10 offensive rebounds. We limit them to 8, and again, they shot really well. But it's going to be a learning experience for our guys, and I think that getting back to practice tomorrow and Friday will hopefully allow us to be a hell of a lot better when we go at NC State on Saturday.
Between last year's pauses for COVID and the roster turnover this summer, and then the way the situation started this year, moving forward, does this kind of finally feel like the first chance to get both feet on the ground and get some normalcy in the program and kind of make those steps forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that perception versus reality, maybe the perception is different than what we feel in our practice facility. I feel like it's been normal ever since we've come back for the first summer session in June. Our guys have worked their tails off over the off season. We have a collection of new players. Again, no excuse. We've got to ramp it up because, we're in December. But again, this has to be a learned lesson for us, and I suspect it will be. But no, I don't feel like, my feet are finally on the ground. No, we've been working.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.